Just imagine for a second, if you can kind of see it in your mind's eye, that you have a grid in front of you, okay? And on this grid is the 7 days of the week. And underneath each of the, I can say it, underneath each of these days is 24 units. Each of those units represents an hour of time, 24 hours in each of those days, right? Now, if you had to allocate the last 7 days, if you had to kind of shade in those areas and write in what you were doing in those time slots, what would that look like? Would that be in alignment with the goals that you say you're serious about achieving? When I first did this exercise, it was so revealing. I was like, no, I'm efficient, I'm effective, like I'm really working hard. And then for 7 days, I printed out a grid, stood it on an Excel spreadsheet or something, and I started to write in what I was doing in these units of time. And I was like, oh my goodness, I waste so much time. See, if you truly want to master something, you've got to actually start to track it first and foremost. And then once you start to track something, you can then begin to actually make changes that are going to reflect the goals that you're shooting towards. So I highly recommend that you do this exercise for the next 7 days. Bring up some kind of spreadsheet. Do it on a pen and paper if you need to. 7 days of the week, 24 blocks. Leave a bit of space in each of blocks so you can write in what it is that you're doing. You're going to be able to shade a bunch out for sleep and all this kind of stuff, but there's going to be a whole bunch left for you to play with and really start to see how you can balance family and hobbies and business and dive deep on what it is that you're actually allocating this precious resource on. Now, if you want some specific tips on, okay, Richard, well, how can I make positive changes so that I can use these units as effectively as possible? I'm happy to do that for you right now. I'm glad that you asked, right? Number one thing that I would recommend that you do is plan tomorrow today. Never ever get up and have a blank diary. Well, I'll see what I feel like. Because I tell you what you're going to feel like. It's the same as me and everybody else on this planet. You're going to feel like doing whatever appeals to you the most. It's human nature. The avoidance of pain is the number one human driver of behavior. So we're like, I could call these 10 people, or I could play with the color of my logo. I'll play with the color of my logo, right? And it's just not going to progress your business. Which brings me to number 2. Make sure that you're putting the business building activities first. On your list, when you're thinking about what should I do with my time, you want to know that there are certain activities that stand out as getting you the best bang for your buck. Prospecting, marketing, following up, getting presentations in front of people, personal development. These things all make a difference in terms of moving the needle towards results. Start to make sure that as a precedent and as a priority, these actions are first when it comes to allocating your time. And number 3, be smart with your environment. Like, I'm filming these videos right now. There is no distractions. The temperature of the room is comfortable. I have notes off screen if I need to refer to them to make sure I give you the best advice. Like, the lighting is as I want it to be. I made sure I had a drink. I made sure I had something to eat. Like, my environment is conducive to me creating the best video that is possible for me. You may say, well, that's not very good, but it's the best I can do. And I feel happy that I put in my best work. So when I'm working, when I finish this video and I'm going to edit it, there's certain music that I'll play that keeps me upbeat. I make sure the temperature stays as I want it. I have certain incense that I burn that I like the smell of. Like little things that I can make a difference. Like I have a rock salt lamp that keeps me relaxed but kind of focused. Just what are you doing in your environment to making sure that you're going to use your time the best? Because if you've got 14 tabs open and Netflix is one of them, and you've got your mobile phone bing, bing, binging every 2 seconds, and you've got Gmail open, is that really the right environment for you to be productive with your time? No, it's not. It's the most least productive environment you could be in. So consider taking notifications off of your phone. Even do what I do, take social media off your phone altogether. Like, consider making sure that you're going to block out units of time where you're not going to check your email. And just things like that would make a difference to you being less distracted and more focused. So think about if you just did those 3 things starting today, right? You start to maybe look back over the last 7 days and realize where the mistakes you have been making. You start to plan tomorrow today, so you've got these big activities that make a difference. They're first on your list. And when you're approaching those activities, it's an environment that's going to keep you focused, minimize distractions, and really allow you to do your very best work. Can you see now, if you did just those 3 things and they're free to do, that you could begin to master your time time. And hey, if your activities and your actions get better, the results have to follow. It's a formula that is tried and tested since the beginning of time. So I hope this has helped you in some way. Did it help you? If it did, give me a like, or comment if there's a topic you'd like me to cover, or if you've got something to say. I do really appreciate your comments. I am obviously a real person, right? So I appreciate you taking the time to do that. If you want some more training from me, of course, subscribe to this channel. You can go to richardmatharoo.com. Bunch of free stuff there for you to take a look at. You have my permission to use it in the company that you're in. If you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next video. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye for now.